السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ طيبين؟ مبسوطين؟ فرحانين؟ عطشانين? Okay, so a couple days ago I posted a post on my community tab asking you guys if you'd like to see a video where you send in your photos and me and Osama both edit them separately, and then you guys vote on which edit you like best. And the result was overwhelmingly yes. 84% of people said yes. So I was like, okay, it sounds like a cool idea, let's do it. So I put up my email and told you guys to send in your best photos. And the result was beyond anything that I thought. I thought, I'd get maybe 30, 40 submissions, but I ended up getting hundreds and hundreds of emails in my inbox, which is more than I've ever had in my life. I normally have like 10 and I delete the rest. And I just want to say thank you guys for all of your support and your engagement in this channel. It really means a lot to me. So I went through all of the emails and I read all of you guys' messages and had the tough job of narrowing down all the photos so I could put them in a video. And I'd love to put all of them in, but it would end up being like a 10-hour video, so I don't think we can do that. So I narrowed it down and narrowed it down and narrowed it down and narrowed it down. So now we have 5 photos that me and Sami are going to be editing today, and it's a competition, so I really hope I win, inshallah. I'm gonna win. You guys better vote for my photos. What am I even saying? If you don't vote for my photo, you won't know whose photos they are. I do have one excuse though. I'm kind of the video guy and Sami is kind of the photo guy, so he's more experienced in that field. So if he does win, then I have an excuse. I'm competitive, if you couldn't tell. Also, remember to stick around to the end of the video so you can see who wins this challenge. Okay, and let's start off today's video with a banger sent in by someone called Mubashir, and it's a photo of a McLaren in like a drive-through. And the first thing that came to me when I saw this photo was, just look at that car. That car is amazing. I want that car. So when I saw this photo, you can see the car's kind of on the bottom left-hand side. It's not like the focus of the image. So the first thing I did, of course, is I cropped it down. And then you see the car's red, so I really wanted to make the reds dramatic and pop out of the image. So I increased the reds, I made the shadows a bit darker, so that it gives it this really dramatic look. I then saw the lights of the car, and you see they look really nice, and I brightened those up a bit, and then I went into Photoshop and added on like these anamorphic lens flare effects that make it look even cooler. And then I had one last issue with this photo, which is down in the bottom left also. You can see it looks a bit disheveled and grimy a bit. So I photoshopped that out. I clone stamped the side just to clean it up and make nothing distract from the car. And this is what I came out with. I think it turned out pretty sick. I love the lens flares on the front. They just look amazing. Okay, and photo number 2 is sent in by someone called Layal Khalid. Layal? I don't know, but it's sent by Layal Khalid, who's living in Tokyo, and she snapped this long exposure photo, which looks sick. So I lowered the exposure, boosted the contrast and clarity, of course, and I ended up with this super moody, dramatic, just amazing looking photo that looks like it was taken in Gotham City or something. And by the way, everyone's Instagram handles, are they called handles? They're linked below, so you can go and check them out. Do you hear that? There's roadworks outside my house. I'm finding it a bit hard to film. Okay, I feel like we're on a roll now, so we'll go over to our third photo, which is sent in by someone called
Auchi.
And she said she was on a school trip going skiing. This is better than the school trips I've been on. One of the first things I noticed, apart from the amazing landscape, was this danger avalanche sign, which I thought was pretty cool. And because I saw that, I wanted to add sort of like a feeling of danger to the whole thing. So again, I went for the dramatic feel. I've said that like in the past 3 photos, I've said dramatic every single time. I'm sorry, I think it looks cool. So I took down the saturation, exploded the contrast and the clarity. Also, this photo was really blue, and blue isn't really a very dramatic color, so I took down the blues a lot. I made everything much more muted and dark. So after I changed the colors and made it much more muted, I went into Photoshop, and then I had one last problem, which is kind of a big problem, and it is the sky. Now blue sky is fine, but I'm kind of going for that scary, dramatic. So I took out my magnetic lasso tool and masked out the mountains, and because they're really contrasty from the sky, it was really easy. So I masked out the sky, and instead I put clouds in the top because I think it just adds that whole other sense of danger. And I ended up with this amazing looking photo. And this photo was a lot of fun to edit because I've never actually done a sky replacement before, so thank you
أوخي
for sending in your photo. It's a really nice capture. Okay, so now photo number 4 was sent in by someone called Alice Andreani. I don't know why I want to put on like an Italian accent to say that name, but I won't embarrass myself. So I was thinking of how I could make it different. And because this photo was taken in the summer, I thought I could give it kind of a vintage, old photo look. So what I did, instead of boosting the contrast, is I took it down to give it that smooth Polaroid look. I then changed the blues to this really bright, light, almost unrealistic blue that makes them look like an old photo as well. And I made all the colors flatter and a bit yellower to make the whole photo seem warm and like an old memory. And to be honest, I'm actually really happy with how it came out. You can see what I was going for, kind of that flat, old look. And it looks really different and I think quite nice. But I mean, the locations, just look at it. It's just amazing. I'd love to visit Italy one day. And also, great capture, Alice. Thanks for sending in your photo. Okay, and the last photo for today was sent in by someone called Abdullah Hafidullah. That sounds like the name of someone you'd hear on the Quran radio here in Saudi. والآن الذي سوف يقرأ القرآن الكريم عبد الله حفيظ الله. That was cringe. What? So when you first look at this photo, what comes to mind? What came to my mind was that it looked quite similar to Mars actually, so I wanted to go for that kind of space age, out of this world feel. So what I did is I spent a lot of time messing with the hues of the yellows and the reds to kind of give it this pinkish, orangish, weird color, but I think it looks quite nice. Also, if you couldn't tell, I'm not the biggest fan of bright blue skies, so what I did was, again, I messed with the hues of the blues and I took down the saturation, so I gave it this kind of dreamy, light turquoise blue look that I really like. And yeah, this is the final edited photo. It looks really cool, dreamy, spacey. Spacey, is that a word? I don't think that's a word. I think it looks really amazing. Abdullah, thank you for taking this capture. Really nice location. Maybe you could tell me where it is. But yeah, so now that I finished all my edits, Sami and I haven't actually seen each other's different takes on the photos. And I think it'll be quite interesting to see our different styles and takes on the photos. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call him up and we can react to each other's edits. So what we're going to do is we're going to react to each other's edits and how we approach the photos differently. So I downloaded your zip file. Okay, we'll unzip it at the same time. So 3, 2, 1, go. Extracting. Okay. So the desert one first.
They're so similar actually.
Yeah, the desert ones are extremely similar, the colors. But we did the blues. You see how we changed the blues to the same color? I like it, to be honest. I like your one. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I prefer your edit more than mine.
On this one?
Yeah. I kind of went for that soft, vintage type look, you know?
Yours looks like a summer photo, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, mine is like some kind of Instagram edit.
I don't know who's gonna win. I really do not know who's gonna win. You can tell how competitive I am because all I'm speaking about is winning. Now this is the one, this is the one I'm most excited about.
You sky replaced it and made it dramatic.
I did sky replace it. Oh, I like your edit. I really like your edit. But
my edit.
I also really like my edit. Okay, so that's that one. That was I think that's gonna be a close one. It's just gonna be down to preference at the end of the day. You added like a neon flare on the right.
I add so many things, it's insane.
This is gonna be a tough one. I'd say it's gonna come down to like you or me get 3 and the other gets 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll go on to the car one.
I
Also,
have it
we've
before.
gone again. You know, you're really surprising me here because if you look at your Instagram is so dark. I thought every single one of your photos would be dark.
I've been editing, I've been wanting to edit summer vibe. So I did that a lot in these photos.
Your cleanup job is so good. Oh man. But Sami, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what we think, does it?
No.
It matters what the people think. My hair is so bad, but there are like no hairdressers now, so I can't really get it cut. Okay guys, so the votes are in. Now the interesting thing is, we put up the voting polls on Sami's Instagram and on my YouTube, and the results were exactly opposite. However, to decide the total percentage, what we'll do is we'll add up all of the people who voted and find the number of people who voted for each picture as a percentage of the whole. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but I've done that, and these are the final results. Now remember that famous quote, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so no photo can be said to be better than the other, and Sami is definitely a better editor than I am. Yeah, let me tell you the results. So we'll start with the night long exposure one, and the results are a whopping 76% voted for my photo, so that's 1-0 to me. Okay, and now for the desert one, and the results are 56% of people voted for Sami's photo. So I lost that one. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, and the third one, the one taken in Italy, and the results are 58% of people voted for my photo and 42% of people voted for Sami's photo. So that's another win for me on that one. Okay, and the fourth photo is the car one, and in this one 60% of people voted for my photo, which was a complete surprise. I thought Sami's picture would win by a landslide, but thank you guys for voting for my photo. And now for the final and definitely closest one, the snow ski school trip France one. Don't just love my explanations. And the results are 49% of people voted for Sami's photo and 51% voted for mine. So I won by 1%. I won by 1%. That is pretty crazy. And so my friends, that means that the results are my photos win 4-1. Alhamdulillah, I did not think I would win, okay? And I think this is a complete fluke because Sami is definitely a better photo editor. So thank you guys for voting for my photos. I hope you enjoyed this whole video. It took a long time to make. Thank you for sending in all of your photo submissions. If you want me to make another one of these videos, then give this video a like. And if I hit 25,000 likes, I know that's a lot of likes, but if we hit that, then I'll definitely make a new one. Also tell me in the comments below. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Inshallah وجدها ممتع. Assalamu alaikum. Go to Sami's Instagram, it's linked below, and say GG's or something to him. I don't know. Assalamu alaikum.